Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome to this week's 10-minute video on red wines. We just got through the white wines that are on our list and their pairing, so that's what we got going on the next couple weeks. Today we're going to go over the wines on the list, and then next week we will talk about pairing. So check this out. If you want to be a part of the tasting, we'll be doing it at the Midtown location at 2:30 this Wednesday. So if you'd like to be there for that, the taping kind of do the pairings with us to see what goes with the menu. It's a really good study, and it really can help you out to kind of know what goes well with the wines on our list. So let's go ahead and do a quick review. Actually 2 weeks ago, we talked about kind of the way to pair wines, the kind of what you want to be tasting first and all the way through last. So we talked about whites before reds, dries before sweet, lighter body before heavier body, and then younger before old. So you're kind of taking into consideration as well aging. And then this week, interesting fact, I had a quick talk with my good friend Joe Anthony Savala, and he let me know that in order for a wine to carry a very certain demographic, very certain appellation, it has to have at least 85% of the grape come from that region. So for example, if you want to call something from the appellation of Clarksburg, or the appellation Lodi, or Napa Valley, or even Stag Leap, different areas in Napa, it has to have at least 85% of the grapes come from that region. Now, if it's going to just say a certain state or county, it has to have 75%. And then he said if it's going to be California, so any grape in the California region, so if it's coming from different areas of California, that's okay, but it has to be 100% from California in order for that to happen. And then another note to keep in consideration as well is the varietal. So for it to be called a Cabernet Sauvignon or a Pinot Noir, it has to have at least 75% of that grape in the bottle to be called that varietal. In red wines, this is the list here, so take a quick note. Starting with a very simple, easy, drinkable red wine, which is Pinot Noir. And I remember Joe always used to say this too, that he always loved pairing Mexican food with Pinots. And then going all the way down until your deeper cabs, which are great out of Napa Valley, and then in Malbecs as well, which are huge in Latin America, Argentina and such. So let's go ahead and get on with the wines that are on our list. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the Coppola, which is a Pinot Noir. Vintage is 2012 out of Monterey County. Aromas of cherries and strawberry, and then their flavor profiles here are of all of your berries, so raspberries, strawberries, pomegranate, and then it ends with a little bit of spicy oak. Our next wine that's on our list is the Santa Rita Merlot, a 2013, and its appellation is Central Valley. Tasting notes here are of red fruits, a little bit of vanilla and tobacco. You may taste sometimes in wines tobacco or even maybe pepper. And that could be sometimes the alcohol speaking to you there. They're also saying here that the wine has a great balance in acidity and its tannins. So tannins come into play a lot more in red wines, typically coming from their skins, sometimes stems and seeds. But really what happens is they may leave those different products in the wine to build the tannins. The next wine we have on our list is the Rodney Strong Cabernet Sauvignon, 2012, and it's coming out of Alexander Valley, which is part of Sonoma County. So think Napa, a little bit more to the northwest, and you'll be in Sonoma County. Tasting notes here are of dark berries and ripe plums, which is very prevalent typically of a cab. Cabs are just so deep in flavors, which awesome drinking wines. Our second cab that we have on the red wine list, and probably my favorite of the two, is the Joel Gott. Appellation here is California, and its vintage is 2012. Again, just a great wine to drink. I pair it a lot when we do our Monday dinners. I pair this wine a lot. just because I feel that it goes and it just can really stand up to a lot of our dishes. Blackberry and cherry, they're saying. Vanilla as well, which I always feel is definitely there. But the part that I like the most is where you see here where it says velvety tannins. I definitely feel like it just has a great smoothness, can really stand up to spice, and it can also contrast in the same sense just because it has that great balance. Wine we have on our red wine list is Caricature, Appalachian, California. Vintage is 2011, and they're just calling it a flat out red blend. So there's a variety of different grapes in this. It is definitely a deeper and more jammy red wine. You're seeing Old Vine Zin, Cab coming in here. And then the final red wine on our list is the Graffinia Malbec. Vintage is 2012. The appellation here is Tulum and Pedernal Valley, San Juan. So this is actually out of Argentina, which Malbec is really, that's really the wine of Argentina, are Malbecs. Has a huge depth of flavor here, a lot of dark berry, but when we talk about berries, I mean, we're taking it to the next level, a lot of fruit on this. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Again, we will be doing that tasting this Wednesday, 2:30 in Midtown. Hopefully you can make it out. Something that just is absolutely huge, you guys should know, is Valentine's Day. This Saturday, we are charging, and we talked a little bit about this the other day, but $120 a couple. It's the first time that we've ever gone over the $100 mark. We definitely feel that we have the right venue for that price. A lot of things happening that you guys should know. Live music, talk with your independent store as to the schedule, which I believe both are 6 to 9, but different groups. Ginger Elizabeth, which is a chocolatier, the best in Sacramento, really, literally right down the street from our Midtown store, is creating small little boxes of chocolates for each couple. We're providing a rose for the lady of each couple, doing a small little bottles of champagne for each couple as well. So there's just a lot of wows that we're not really talking about up front. The place just looks beautiful. So many candles and flowers and things going on. So the night is awesome. Please be ready for that night. We're taking reservations as early as 4 p.m. So if you know you're working that day, please be studying up on the menu, what we're offering, the special menu, what can be changed, what cannot be, the different options, and really be prepared mentally for that night, because people are definitely spending money, but with great service, we know that we will definitely be able to deliver. So be ready for that this Saturday. Next week, we'll also talk a little bit about the Mexicali event that we just had, which was absolutely incredible. We'll talk a little bit of numbers as well as what happened that night. So we appreciate you guys watching this week's training. We'll see you next week.